Gentlemen, excuse me. I know y'all heard of the PPP loan, the triple P loan, but this is a word of advice in that dating world. Watch out for the PBB loan. That's pretty bum bitch loan. Let me explain what this is. They all over the internet. Those are the girls that's out here saying a man gotta have 1,000K in his pocket every 5 minutes. He gotta be riding Escalades. He gotta have 6 figures or higher. All this goofy shit that they don't believe that. Trust me. You know what that is? That's a defense mechanism. Because 9 times out of 10, most of these girls are ain't shit attracting people. They attract nothing but ain't shit type of guys. So ain't shit type of dudes fuck their heads up, and they can't help that they love these types of guys that does nothing for them. So it's a defense mechanism. Because reason why I say it's a defense mechanism, them same girls that's talking about this man gotta have this, that, and the third would cheat on that man. Once they find him, they will cheat on that man with the dudes that they so-called trying to get away from. That ex can still fuck her, yet he's a bum and she know it. But she can find the man that got the house, the car, all that, and still would cheat on him with a nigga that lives at his mama house. I have seen it done. So, pretty bum bitch. I'm gonna tell you what that loan is. When a girl, not only, like I said, they on the camera exposing themselves, but when a girl, it's really no different from what a man does it. Because it's funny how bum is associated with men, but it's not associated with women. But women can do the same thing, but for some odd reason, they're not considered bums. Prime example. I'm sure you can see it on the internet. You can find it somewhere in a video on the internet of catching people cheating and all. And a lot of these girls that be cheating on these dudes, a lot of these hoes don't have nothing to offer. Never have. They were literally living off of these guys. And had the nerve to cheat on this dude with the dude that don't got half of what the dude she cheated on with. Her husband got a nice house, all this, but you would cheat on your husband with a nigga that don't even have his own crib. You basically made yourself one of the dude's side hoes. You know this dude fucking around with 3 or 4 or 5 other women. You one of his side hoes. You cheating on your husband or your dude for that guy? Pretty bum bitch. It is worse when they're pretty, because that's how they get you, fellas. Now, see, I'm going to tell you something, though. Like I said, over here, we keep it all the way riding. Men, you are just as at fault of this, because you guys get this money, and then you want to go find one of these pretty bum bitches. And then you want to give her this lavish life. No, bro. No. A lot of that be y'all fault. Stop falling for that nice big old ass. Whatever you into. Some guys into lips, eyes, whatever. I'm just speaking for what I like. You feel me? What would probably hypnotize me. I'm just keeping it a B. But, don't fall for that pretty ass smile. Don't fall for that nice ass body. Because, okay, once you get past that part, what else is to offer? What else can you do? You need to be checking for that. I don't give a fuck what she say. Actions speak louder than words. She could tell you, yeah, I know how to cook, I know how to clean, but then you don't ever see these things, right? You don't ever see these things. None of these things take place in front of you. You got to be careful with that type of shit. And it's a lot of them. These PBBs are really out here deep. And some of them proud that they bums and they live off of men. But then turn around, I'm an independent woman. But a man got to have all these things. Now, this is the funny part. How is the woman the prize, right? Especially PBBs that's on camera talking about a man got to have this and this and that and this and that. How are you the prize, right? But a man has all these things, right? You don't offer anything. How are you actually the prize if he's the one that can make things move? Make it make sense. Who's the prize here? He sounds like the prize. I'm just confused. Basically, if you are the prize, that means you could actually make shit move. You could actually make things happen. How are you the prize if all you can do is bend your ass over and take Instagram pics? That makes you the prize? You act like that's a skill, like you got to go to school to learn that or something. You could go to a trade to learn to bend your ass over, dress up like a hoe on Instagram or social media, whatever. You got to go to school for that or something? Like, come on now. How are you the prize? That you contradict yourself by saying that automatically. You're the prize, but the man got to have all these things. So, okay, what do you bring then? How are you the prize if the man is the prize, basically? He's basically the one that's providing everything. Wouldn't that make him the prize? He's paying for your lavish lifestyle. Let's say, and you know there's guys out there that do it. That's why I said guys are at fault. Guys are at fault. Y'all be taking in these bum ass bitches because they're pretty. PBBs. Y'all better be careful, man. Y'all dudes be taking in these pretty bum bitches. You better be really careful with these girls that has nothing to offer, ain't got no skills, nothing. All she ought to do is post her nice looking ass. Those are the worst, bro. Cause I know what you thinking. That ass so damn nice, and then when you get in that pussy hole, you just be like, man, I don't want to climb out this shit. I'm ready to find Nemo in this motherfucker. You feel me? Like you deep. Now you don't want to get out. And now you at the point like, nobody ain't getting this. But you gotta understand, bro. If she really rock with you, you would know. Cause actions speak louder than words, bro. A woman can tell you I love you and all this other shit. That don't mean shit. Same thing with you. You can tell her you love her. That don't mean shit. Show it. You gotta show it by actions. A woman will show you if she fucks with you, she loves you. Trust me. Because a woman will not mind cooking for you, cleaning for you, let you get that ass any old time you want, keeping you company. She wouldn't mind none of these things. This wouldn't look as, this is like slavery. Bitches that say that are exactly the ones I'm talking about. PBBs. Pretty bum bitches. Now, it's something else if you're not even pretty, though. Now, I can't just say, she ain't pretty, because another man's trash is another man's treasure. So it's somebody for everybody. So I'm not just going to go off the limb and say, that particular girl isn't pretty. You'd be surprised somebody might hit that still. Somebody still might like that. So I'm going to just leave it fair like that, right? I'm not going to particularly tell you what's worse. I'm just saying it's worse if she is pretty. And I mean, when she is pretty, this is something that everybody says. This is something that everybody knows. Everywhere she goes, she got motherfuckers turning their necks. I'm talking about that type of pretty. Those are the worst ones that are, especially if they bums. I'm not talking about pretty girls are just bums in general. No. I'm talking about PBBs in particular. Them bitches that are pretty as fuck, but they have nothing to offer but that ass. But don't want to get treated like a prostitute, though. It's kind of weird. But if all she can do is just look good, and like I said, though, gentlemen, you at fault. Stop taking these bitches in, bro. Stop putting these bitches on your payroll, basically. Get them in, allow them in your lifestyle. Stop doing that, man. You need to test their ass. And I mean tests. I mean, you need to really test their ass butts. Just like women do that to men, don't want to meet you for about 2 or 3 weeks, try to get to know you, you need to be doing the same shit. You need to really try to get to understand what's going on, what you get into, especially if you look for something serious. Now, you just fucking around, none of this count then. Fuck all the pretty bum bitches you want. Because you just out here just, you part of the side nigga society. You just out here just smashing shit. I ain't talking to you. But the guys that's like really trying to do something, you guys that got good money or good jobs, stop finding these pretty bum bitches. Stop doing it. You better find you something that's a lot more up to your level. Stop making girls that was on a lower level up your level. Stop doing that. They need to prove why they need to be at your level. You need to make their ass prove why they should be living your type of lifestyle. Pretty bum bitches will fuck anything. For real, because pretty bum bitches ain't nothing but they ain't nothing but an item on at Walmart or something. For real. Uh, they are going for the highest bidder. They on eBay on sale. You feel me? Whoever's paying the most is gonna be able to put jelly in her toast. You feel me? So that's just how it works. You gotta be careful of that shit, man. And there's a lot of guys that's falling for these pretty bum bitches. There's a lot of guys falling for that shit. And if I were you, the best thing to do is just keep an eye open and keep one hand in and one hand out. I'm not saying be a cheater because you expected her to cheat. Now, if you really know she's a cheater or something like that, that's a different story. But I would just say, don't be so eager to just be like, yeah, that's the one. Nah, she got to prove that shit. She got to really prove she's one of those ones. And you will see it. Trust me. You will see it. But this ain't about that. These pretty bum bitches is a real thing. And they will run all over you if you let them, because they are going to, if you a fool and all you thinking about is this nice body, right? You like, oh, I got to have that shit. But you don't put a level to it. You don't put a boundary on yourself. You can't control yourself. You're going to end up hurt. You took this girl in and all that other shit. And even if you know she has a past, everybody got a past. That's something you can't help. But, and I'm not saying you got to hold people's past against them. That's not really fair. People can change. People can do different things. But sometimes you got to be sure about their past of what you want to take in. That's all I'm saying. You got to be really sure about that shit. But pretty bum bitches is a real thing, man. PBBs, you got to look up. You got to be careful for them. You got to be watch out for them. You got to be very wary for them. And like I said, you got some on the internet already exposing themselves to be PBBs. And especially if they're actually pretty, like universally pretty. Everybody thinks this girl's fine type shit. You got to really watch them. And I'm not saying every girl is a, backstabbing hoe or nothing like that. But the PBBs, man, they coming out the woodwork. So y'all got to be really fucking careful. Or you going to end up hurt, or you going to end up having a case because you put your stock in this bitch and she failed that. So I'm just saying with that, like, be wary of who you allow in your circle, who you allow to be around you. Be wary of that shit. Just be very wary of that shit, man. And other ways to point out pretty bum bitches is if this girl, like for instance, let's say you wasn't getting no play a couple of months ago, but all of a sudden you bought this new car, you bought these new shoes, and then that girl you was trying to get with months ago, all of a sudden turns her neck to you now. Now she trying to like, ooh, okay, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. That's a pretty bum bitch. Especially if she's pretty. And you already want her to, you got to be careful. You got to keep that in mind. Like, wait a minute, now she talking to me? I got this nice car, nice shoes, whatever. I'm looking good. Now you want to say something to me? Careful of that shit, man. Those be pretty bum bitches because all she's thinking is cha-ching. You got to be careful. They do it secretly. But you got to really kind of even test the waters. A girl that really fucks with you do not give a fuck what you do for a living. She cares if you're just doing something. She cares if you're productive. A woman that really fucks with you do not care about what you have. I'm telling you that now. They do not give a shit about that. They want your time and peace. They want to see if you can bring them peace. They want to see if they can bring you peace. They like you for exactly how you look. They like what they see. Pretty bum bitches are going to play with your emotions and play with your mind. They like what you got. I'm telling you, they like what you got. You got to be careful. If you do have nice things, you need to test it Sometime come around looking like a bum, see if this bitch really fuck with you. She ain't turned her head, she ain't looked your way, but then next thing you know, she look your way because you was looking good one day. I'm over here rhyming and shit. But you looking great, all sharpened or whatever. You at the club, you looking nice over there. Now all of a sudden she want to hit you up. That's a pretty bum bitch. Better be careful. Better be careful. But I don't really know what else to really put on this, man. Just be careful of the pretty bum bitches. Quit acting like women can't be bums, bro. There's a lot of loser ass females out here that's living off of guys and like proud of it. But like I said, you guys be at fault. Stop taking these bimbos under your wing, bro. Or because she got a fat ass, dude, don't let that block your vision, bro. You need to keep an eye on that. Not all girls. Like I said, it's not all girls. It's not all girls that's pretty as fuck. It's some of these girls that are pretty as shit and as nice as they look, for real, for real. So, but I could talk all day, man. I just had to keep it all the way right.